What's up, Supreme Team? Welcome to the channel. Y'all, we got a lot to dive into this video. The three OGs of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Kimmi, Tisha, Melody. What the hell is going on with these three? We're going to talk about it, okay? The podcast event that they didn't go to, all of the stuff that was being said in the last episode. Y'all remember the last episode when they sat down at this table right here to talk? It was a lot of smiles, and people said there was a lot of fakery too. Well, we're going to talk about it. Okay, we're going to take a deep dive into that. And I got some theories, child, because people keep saying that Melody is going to quit after this season. And then they're also saying, well, she needs to check to make things, I don't know, seem logical or rational for her filming with Tisha and Kimmi, and at least Tisha, because y'all know what happened there. But if you don't, I'm going to tell you all about it, okay? So stick around for it. Also, we are going to talk about or give an update on Simon and Porsha, child. Yesterday, Simon dropped a video of himself doing a nasty dirty wine. It's a combination of a stanky leg and a dirty wine dance, child. He was at it, okay? And I was getting the impression that he was happy as hell about something that may have gone down between him and Porsha. So we're going to talk about that too, okay? But before we get started, y'all already know what to do. Hit that like button for me, please, and thank you. Also, share the video because that's how others find me right here on YouTube. I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. Okay, I also want to bring your attention to the banner scrolling at the bottom. This is a discussion about current events, reality TV, pop culture, and it's for entertainment purposes only. All comments are opinion and alleged, okay? So yeah, let's get into it. If you guys missed my video from yesterday, check it out. This is it. It was about Martell falling out with other members of the cast. For the first time, we are hearing other members of the cast make all kinds of accusations about Martell, how Porsha is being trolled by her baby daddy during this heated, contentious divorce between her and Simon. And then also 50 Cent made out like a fat rat, okay, by selling a documentary about all of the things that P. Diddy is being accused of right now, still being accused of. Literally just yesterday or the day before yesterday, he was hit with more SA charges. So check that video out. If you missed it, I talk all about it, okay? Now let's get back into it. Let's talk about Porsha Williams and Simon, since I said I wanted to give an update. Let's talk about them real quick, child. They have so much going on. I showed y'all that dance that Simon was doing just a little bit ago. Y'all can go to my IG stories to see the full dance, child. When I tell you that this man sprung into action, I mean, he sprung into action. In fact, it was so quick and just like out of the blue that the waiter that was standing beside him gives him a look like, what you about to do? Like literally, what are you about to do? And you bet not hit my hand. Like, check it out. DYANAROZAY is my IG page. Look at my stories. And you can also follow me on Facebook at DRRT, which stands for DYANAROZAY Rolls Hot. Okay, now let's get into Simon and Porsha. So Simon, first of all, was trolling Porsha, telling her that she didn't have or own a Rolls Royce. And then we got some video of Porsha dancing in the very Rolls Royce that Simon had bought for her. People were saying that Rolls Royce was still in the car, but y'all can see them trees moving in the background, child. Porsha was letting everybody know ain't nothing changed over here, but has it? Okay. Simon had went toe-to-toe with someone in the comments again, child. Yes, again, where a woman said Simon sold his home. So I guess she letting people know Simon sold his home. Simon sold his home, and Porsha gave her home to her mother. Simon and Porsha purchased the mansion that the two of them are fighting over right now together. right before they got married, and that house is as much hers as it is his. No one has been misplaced. Why do you guys keep saying this? Now, Simon said that he hasn't been able to see his kids. He's in another country. His baby mamas, 3 baby mamas, are currently taking on the full brunt of the child care because they're supposed to pass off. Now, Simon, you are having an awful good time in Dubai. When you said just the other day that your kids were homeless and that you were missing them, you got to pick which side you're gonna be on, sir. But anyway, Simon responded, child, check this out. He said, sold 2 multi-million-dollar homes, properties, and used the proceeds as a down payment. And you believe a marriage that lasted 453 days, okay, that's it, entitles the other party to the equity in that home. Basically, he said, I think not. He said, you can let that happen to your family member, but not me. Okay. No, under no circumstances. Well, yikes. So Simon is saying he's fighting. He's fighting for the mansion and he will do it at all costs. Hopefully, Porsha has her ears open because you can see that right there. Porsha had to file an emergency order demanding permission to film RHOA in Simon Gubadia's mansion. Now she was filming, but a cease and desist came in from Simon, child. Probably again the reason he's bopping around, feeling good about himself, wants Porsha to see him dancing, right? Porsha was in this damn car dancing, but Simon said, baby, we're going to see who get the last dance and the last laugh, okay? So right now we have to see if Porsha wins the emergency order, because that is what is going on right now. The court is going to have to make a decision. Now, someone sent me this message earlier. They posted it to my community wall, into the comments, actually. If you guys aren't following me, you should be. I post a reality quiz every morning, okay? I actually posted one this morning about which housewife on Bravo used to be married to a kingpin who was imprisoned for helping sell over 75 tons of narcotics on U.S. soil. There was a whole documentary that was made about him on Netflix, or at least he was in it. And it was called, y'all can check it out. Check it out on my stories. I don't want to get anything mixed up, but it was, the La La Cowboys, basically. Anyway, this person wrote this message in the comment section. So she definitely wanted me to see it, or he definitely wanted me to see it, or they definitely wanted me to see it. And it says, can one of you bloggers discuss why, if the prenup states that the main condition of the marriage is that Porsha not work, which is abusive, by the way. I told y'all she quit every job she had. She had like 5 jobs. She was on, I think, 3 or 4 television shows, a radio show, and she had a book that came out. So she definitely was packing her money. But the prenup that Simon had her sign said that she was not allowed to work, and she was supposed to have access to that house for 1 year after expenses paid until she could, recoup what she lost. But it's saying that it had to have happened 15 months after the marriage. So this person is saying that she clearly negotiated and signed contracts before the 15-month deadline of filing for divorce. Why is that prenup even valid? The signed contract should nullify the prenup. Please explain. So I would say that a lawyer would probably explain this best, but signing the contract is not actually her working the job yet, right? Anything could have happened prior to that job, prior to her actually going to work. So if she waited out until the actual 15th month deadline, until that was over, to actually show up on set and start working, that's different than signing the contract before. And y'all remember that Porsha shows up in a promotion ad for RHOA where she goes, oh, Porsha Williams is coming back? Not Porsha Williams, and then says it's Porsha Gubadia. Now, what Porsha is alleging in the divorce filing is that she was duped. Okay. The wool was pulled over her eyes, that the man she married wasn't the man she thought he was, right? So she's saying that everything about him was false: his name, how much money he had in the bank, his citizenship, all of it. And that she found out with the rest of us online. And that's when she said, because Simon knows that she has trust issues and that she's very sensitive to that type of thing, she said that she had to bail. It's up to a judge to decide whether or not what she is filing is accurate, if he believes her, and whether or not that prenup can stand. So I hope that helps. I'm not a lawyer, okay, but that's what I think may have gone down. If there are lawyers in the comment section, y'all can please leave your comments too and let me know what y'all think about it, okay? But let's get back to it. We'll see what is going down with Porsha and Simon, because right now this is deep, y'all. This is deep. Okay, let's move on to the next, child. We're talking about these three ladies, the OGs of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, the core six have been filming together for 8 seasons now, okay? That is a long time to be punching in on a clock if you do not need the check. I'm just going to say that. There's a lot that has gone on between these ladies. People have been accused of messing up people's marriages, right? Tisha said it against Mel. People have been saying this about Tisha and Marceau and even Kimmi and Maurice, that they knew certain things about Melody's marriage and that they were deceitful in keeping it from her. All of these things have gone down, and Mel and Tisha have even gone seasons where they didn't film with each other. Like, it was that harsh. The beef was hot. Y'all remember when Mel had Tisha thrown out of her makeup event, the launch of her skincare event, the launch of her skincare event, had her escorted out by security. That's something that Tisha still talks about to this day. And there was even a time where Tisha told production that Mel could not go to her brown skin girls event. Mel was supposed to go with her children, her daughters, and Tisha told production, no, that will never happen. Mel tells this story, told the story. She said, Tisha said no. Production said, if you do not let her come and film, that we will not pay for the event. And Tisha said, that's fine with me. I don't give two damns. I don't want her here. So there was a whole lot going on, child. And now people are asking the same question ahead of season 8. People are saying what we're watching right now is not reality, because Melody should be aware that Tisha saw or heard, or excuse me, Carson Blue, let me make sure I say this correctly, that Carson Blue shared that she had told Tisha about the conversation that Carson had with AC. And in that conversation, it was the discussion of the revenge P and what Martell wanted AC to do in order to create a situation where people believed Mel was with a stranger instead of her husband in an intimate situation. Now, because of it, people are saying, why is Melody sitting at tables with Tisha, talking to Tisha, hugging Tisha, right? All of these things. And this was going on even before season 8. If y'all recall, in season 7, during the Houston trip, when all of that information exploded across YouTube, Mel was actually filming with Tisha, and she was hugging her even then. Y'all can go back and look at it if you missed it. When Kiki shows up at the house, okay, Tisha gets upset and she blamed Mel and Nell for it. She said, why did y'all let Kiki come? I should have, been warned. And she thought it was unacceptable. And she thought that Melody in particular knew about it and that she should have told her about it. She was like, I don't know why Mel would do this. Mel and Marceau have a conversation where Marceau said, you were really wrong for this. Mel said it never happened. And he said, well, you should talk to Tisha about it, because that's what she thinks. Mel approaches Tisha, tells her, I would have never done that to you. I'm really sorry you even thought that. And then they hugged it out right there. Okay. This would have been following the Carson disclosure and following everything that came out in those audio tapes from AC, Martell's baby mama. Now, these three ladies made a pact, okay, to work on their relationship. That is what they said in season 6A. I remember Melody sitting down with Marceau and saying that Marceau was the reason that her and Tisha weren't friends anymore, that they didn't get along as well as they could be getting along because Marceau was always interfering in the relationship. And even the relationship between Kimmi and Tisha soured because Kimmi thought, or excuse me, Tisha thought that Kimmi was befriending Melody and not, being more of I guess, having more loyalty to her, right? You're my sister in law. You should have more loyalty to me than you do to anyone else, especially someone that she considered an enemy. So, what are we watching on screen right now when these three ladies are showing up, smiling at each other, giggling, laughing? Again, I'm not sure if it has anything to do with pay, but I feel like something more is going to be revealed. There's a reason that Melody is not talking about this season. I initially thought that promoting the season was probably like a black eye on the court case, since Martell is saying that it's Melody who's using him as a storyline, or creating these stories for a storyline. And then I also believe that he will be bringing production into as well. He's going to say that production is also helping assist with creating a storyline that he's an abuser and a stalker. But in the last episode, episode 3 of season 8, these three sat down to pot plants this was something Melody asked them to do. When they come in, they hug each other warmly. Mel said, I haven't seen y'all in a couple of months, and it lead us to believe that they haven't seen each other since the reunion aired back in October. Okay. And they sit and try to catch up. And in the catching up part is when, again, the audience is fully aware that these ladies do not deal with each other, fool with each other on any level outside of filming. Kimmi shares that her mother was recovering from breast cancer, which is a huge deal. That's huge, especially since Kimmi also, is still recovering. And she says that her mother had the exact same thing, except Kimmi was negative, her mother is positive. Mel makes the comment, I love your mother. And Kimmi just kind of awkwardly bypasses that statement. Because listen, when your mother is sick, you're going to tell the people that need to know. Even for coworkers and acquaintances, okay? You're going to want to tell the people that need to know. So the history that these ladies share did not warrant, at least Kimmi didn't believe, warrant her sharing with Mel that her mother was sick. And I thought that was weird for them to be sitting here. And, again, I know they're supposed to be mending their relationship. This is the storyline that they have given us since 6A. We're working at it. We're taking baby steps. But that just felt like such a heavy thing that went down. And then the same with Tisha. Tisha initially pretended like she didn't know anything about Martell, like the reasons why. Oh, I heard he got arrested, kind of thing. And Mel, what happened? And Mel said, don't you know? Your husband spoke to the press about it, right? Marceau had actually released a statement where he said that he was praying for all the parties involved. Y'all remember that? He released that to the news. Do I have that statement? Nope, that's not it. I may have erased it. Hold on. Did I erase it? I did. Either way, Marceau had made that statement about he's praying for all parties involved and that he had heard about it. And Mel kind of, goes after Tisha. She said, don't lie. Your husband made a comment about it. And she was like, well, they contacted us. Tisha said, well, they contacted us. Mel said, do you know how many people contact me? And I don't speak on your situation. So this is Mel getting at Tisha and letting her know, girl, don't even try it. Don't give me that explanation. So if she was willing to, divulge that part or that level of, their relationship, because at this point she's like, this is the situation. Now, mind you, she did say to Tisha in the scene, I'm not even having this conversation with you for real, because this needs to be me and Marceau. And we know that this is also a part of the setup scene where Melody is going to address Marceau and they're going to have that one-on-one. But she did say that to Tisha, and Tisha kind of giggled about it, laughed it off, actually. Laughed it off. So I would think if you went that far, you would at the very minimum say, hey, Tisha, you remember when you brought that girl to my tea party event, right? I think her name was Carson. What exactly did you know about it, right? Because, that was a lot to take in. I would want to know. So I'm kind of curious if that will be brought up later, because right now these ladies are giving us a little bit in regards to they want us to think that they're cool, but there's a whole lot brewing underneath, including this podcast event that they did not go to. Now, Kimmi and Tisha both give an explanation. Kimmi said, it was your fan base, basically. She said, there are people that are fond of you that are not fond of us. So she didn't even say the millimeters. She was just like, it could be anybody. I don't even want to give that title to, I don't even want to call their names out, right? But Tisha said, no invite, no me. And she lets Mel know there were some things you did to me in the past that even though I've forgiven, I haven't forgotten. That's what she says in confessional. So they're getting to the meat and potatoes of some things, which I like and appreciate, but I'm not sure why they're not telling us everything. And I also want to point out that Carlos did invite them to the DC podcast. And we all know that Tisha's mama actually went. Tisha says on camera when she's talking to Destiny, I may go to that one. I talked to Carlos. So if you talked to Carlos, did you get the invite or did you not to go to the Huntsville event? That's the question. And what was said and why did you choose not to at that point? I don't know, y'all. I feel like there's something deeper here. I feel like as this season goes along, it is going to basically uncover some things between Mel, Tisha, and possibly Kimmi, but Mel and Tisha. And I'm looking forward to seeing it. Okay. I just feel that at this point, we're giving some explanations or reasons why. I don't think that money is it. I think that not even maybe third season, I remember Melody coming out and saying that financially she was fine. Now, mind you, she has gotten into some bigger investments, and maybe that's pulled some things away from her because she had to push her resources or finances towards something else. But again, if she plans on quitting after this season, yeah, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Mel, Tisha, and Kimmi are the three to watch this season. I don't think that anything that's going on with Destiny is going to be a big whoop. She knows where she stands with Destiny, period. Okay. She said it even in this scene. I don't trust her. She's not my friend, and I don't give two damns what she has to say or what's going on with her. So that's not going to be a big reveal. Who else is I should even say a problem, but her relationship with Stormy, same deal. She knows what she's dealing with Stormy. Tisha and Kimmi, though, are supposed to be the one she's on the mend with. So if anything happened, thing is, divulged, it's going to be with those two. But y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comments. Yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all think in season 8 we're going to get some sort of snake shit from Tisha and Kimmi? Is the real question, because that's what people are feeling. Don't trust what they got going on, Mel. And even though I've always said that Melody is smart, I still think that Melody is smart. She knows what she is dealing with when she walks into these scenes. A lot of people feel like, yeah, she's not, there's something that's going to happen that's going to make this whole entire show blow up, right, for this season. So outside of even Martell, because she said she's not filming with Martell. It's been confirmed. They were never in the room together where there was a camera. So why didn't she say, I'm not filming with Tisha either? I'm not filming with Tisha. Tisha knew some things that she should have shared with me, and she didn't. And to be honest, y'all, we don't even know if Tisha didn't share those things. It's possible that she could have, to be honest, and they're just not saying anything. Maybe that's something they choose to keep to themselves. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, because I don't think that Melody can show up in a scene with a smile that big across from her enemy, period. I have often said that this show is very much the art of war, the way they play each other. I've said that plenty of videos since season 1. This is the art of war, period. This is the art of war. What can you tolerate? What are you willing to let your enemy know about you? What are you willing to how are you willing to let your enemy trip up so that you can make the final kill? You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, please and thank you. Okay. Also, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure the like button has been hit. The thumbs up is on. If you're not a subscriber, become a member of the Supreme Team. All of your notification bells are on as well. Share the video because that's how others find me right here on YouTube. And talk to me about everything that I talked to y'all about in the comment section, okay? Please and thank you. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me, and I will check you all on the next one.